Mom said she'd be home late and that we should feed ourselves. That's fine. The usual then. I'm sustainable. Axolotls will snack on their siblings' limbs when food is scarce. Don't worry. They'll grow back. Cargo train breaks the sound barrier. Education works best when all the parts are working. This line in my textbook makes it almost worth the $160 I spent on it. The hypothalamus plays a major role in the regulation of basic biological drives related to survival, including the so-called 4Fs: fighting, fleeing, feeding, and mating. He has been waiting for this moment his whole life. Biologist, microbiologist, molecular biologist. In biology, measuring reptile and amphibian length is typically done snout to vent, meaning tip of nostril to cloaca. I propose that we rename it Boopa to Poopa. Thank you for your time. Origins of women. A typical woman from 300 million BC. Large, small. You're not going in circles. You just need to see differently. Ah yes, a downward spiral. How to watch the collapse of civilization. This chart makes so much sense. Sky, sunny side of pyramid, shady side of pyramid. Your bones secrete a hormone that can make you panic. Scientists find. So it was my own spooky scary skeleton that sent shivers down my spine. Weird to think that everyone in the world fits into one of these 4 categories. On a bike. Not on a bike. Horny. Not horny. Type 1 error. False positive. You're pregnant. Type 2 error. False negative. You're not pregnant. Sheep. Chaos in simple dynamical systems. Lorenz attractor. Chaotic balls. Not gonna say it again. A bog is a wetland that is acidic. A fen is a wetland that is alkaline. Finally someone said it. A swamp is a wetland that can support trees. A marsh is a wetland that cannot support trees. Outside. Inside. Mycelium. Mushrooms pretending to be individuals. Study confirms readers believe anything if you make it look like a news article. You just have to make it look convincing enough. How to have fun when you're poor. Hallucinations. Beta blocker. Haha, I got here first. Beta stimulator. He stole my place. The Porta potty pamphlet people present. Porta potty ventilation etiquette. Lid down. Shitty air rises out of vent pipe. Fresh air sucked in through vents. Less shitty humidity. Lid up. Fresh air pulled in through vent pipe and made shitty. Shitty air rises and fills entire porta potty. Humid as duck. Probably warm evaporated pus vapor. Gravity isn't equal everywhere. Warm equals stronger, cool equals weaker. 35-gallon bin. Approximately 2 to 3 trash bags. 65-gallon bin. Approximately 3 to 5 trash bags. 95-gallon bin. Approximately 5 to 7 trash bags. Pain, Western. Orgasm, Western. Pain, East Asian. Orgasm, East Asia. Baby pterosaurs got absolutely wrecked by violent Jurassic storms. Palpate the frontal sinus. Palpate the maxillary sinus. Scientists finally cracked why ice is so slippery after 200 years. Using a toilet. 1-syllable nouns are all onomatopoeia because if you drop these things on a hard floor, this is the exact sound they make. Examples. Tongs, cake, ball, 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 knife, ham. Round face, angular face. I've inquired as to why SNES titles aren't available for the 3DS, and Nintendo only sent me this image in response. Number of years it took each product to gain 50 million users. Airlines, 68 years. Cars, 62 years. Telephones, 50 years. Electricity, 46 years. Credit cards, 28 years. TV, 22 years. ATMs, 18 years. Computers, 14 years. Mobiles, 12 years. Internet, 7 years. iPods, 4 years. YouTube, 4 years. Facebook, 3 years. Twitter, 2 years. Pornhub, 19 days. A group of penguins broke out of a zoo enclosure in Denmark. Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Lateral basal segment of the right lower lobe. Alternative method of postural drainage. Postural drainage over towels. Postural drainage over chair. Normal, infection, allergy, bacteria, lack of oxygen, heart disease, problems with the GI tract, too much keratin. Earth anthropods, humans. Sea anthropods, humans. Guess the trauma. Americans will use anything but the metric system. 242 dicks. How fart spreads. The bath mouthpiece that allows you to breathe during a house/hotel fire if you can't leave the room. Keep in mind that the measurements are based on the patient's fingers, not yours. For example, 2 of your fingers might equal 3 of the patient's. Check that the mouth opening equals at least 3 patient-sized fingers. Check that there is room for 3 patient-sized fingers between the tip of the chin and the hyoid bone. Whenever someone tries to claim that evolution is a lie, I send them a picture of Platypus. 1. It's an excellent example of transitional evolution. 2. It's a mess who would intentionally do this, and why. 3. It makes them piss themselves a little. Evolution is just a theory. Not to be rude, but evolution is just a theory, albeit a probable one. You can't prove it. The only thing you can do is disprove it, which is what good scientists are supposed to do. Try to disprove their theory. When nucleophile meet electrophile, is that lone pair of electron in your pocket, or are you excited to see me? Horse. Location in Wiltshire. The man who can prove life is a simulation with just a DMT vape and a laser. Dishwasher salmon. Dishwasher salmon is an American fish dish made with the heat from a dishwasher, particularly from its drying phase. Figure 230 to allow the tree's aura to blend with your own. Poland color palette. To prove that ants counted their steps, scientists took a few out of a line and attached tiny stilts to their legs. Since they took bigger steps, the ants totally walked right by the food and got confused when they walked the correct number of steps, but there was no food. Here is a picture. Conclusion. Scientists are creative and weird. Science. I can't tell what my favorite part is, but it's either scientists wasting budget and time to see if ants count their steps, the idea to put ants on stilts. There had to be a guy who made ant stilts and put them on the ants. Confused ants. Bullseye. Throw. Release here. Chapter 3. Authorship and ownership. By a professional photographer, David Slater. While handling the camera, the monkey repeatedly tripped the shutter and captured several very striking selfies, including the one shown in figure 44. Figure 44, selfie photograph captured by Naruto. Poop pill could be the secret to crushing it at the gym. Mary, every day you look more radiant. First chlamydia vaccine for koalas is approved. As an Indian woman, I can confirm that too much of my time is spent hiding behind a rock praying the terrifying gang of international giant ladies and their Latvian general don't find me. Average female height per country. Egg whites trigger extreme microbiome shifts. Egg whites. Microbiome. Honking cultures. Honking car horn common. Honking car horn uncommon. Glass bottles could release more microplastics into beverages than plastic bottles, according to a new study. Normal cell. Hypertrophy. Hyperplasia. Atrophy. Metaplasia. Dysplasia. In Brazil, doctors use tilapia skin to treat severe burns, soothing pain, protecting wounds, and speeding healing in a sustainable, life-changing way. Human brain thinks on 12 watts, while AI needs 2.7 billion watts for similar tasks. Doc for trigeminal neuralgia. A. Gabapentin. B. Carbamazepine. C. Phenytoin. D. Valproate. Trigeminal nerve. After redesigning their shampoo bottles, this company saw a surge in sales. Things humans are bad at, but computers are great at. 1. Math. 2. Avoiding teen pregnancy. 3. Driving good. 4. Being perfectly rectangular. Just think what might have happened if the first fish out of the water had crawled out on 6 fins. Bed dimensions. Crib. Twin. Twin XL. Full/double. Full/double XL. Queen. King. Alaska King. Spaghetti is weird. Wet the dries. Dry the wets. Wet the dries. Dry the wets. Wet the dries. Now dust the wets. Chronologically, it is more accurate to depict a T-Rex on a unicycle than to depict one fighting a Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus. 85 million years. Tyrannosaurus. 67 million years. Electric unicycle. Beavers restore rivers by making ponds and canals that slow water flow, creating wetlands that are 3 times more resistant to wildfires than rivers without beavers. No beaver. Beaver. Pan Am Flight 1736. Fatalities. Survivors. Bathroom. Fatalities. 335 survivors. 61. How to use a plastic bottle to make seawater drinkable. 1. Cut off the bottom of a large plastic water bottle. 2. Cut off the top of a standard soda can. 3. Roll the bottom of the plastic bottle up to make an inner gutter. 4. Fill the soda can with seawater and set the plastic water bottle over it. 5. Place the contraption in the sun to encourage evaporation. 6. Let the gutter fill up nearly to the top. Take a drink. Repeat. Labubu. Lakaki. Blonde hair in turkey eye. Greek DNA in turkey eye. Because the platypus both lays eggs and produces milk, it's one of the few animals that can make its own custard.